Hi everyone, my name is Kim Lip and I'm the owner of Homestead, Vancouver. In today's video, I'd like to talk to you about hospice palliative care. So I'd like to read you a quote by Dr. Larry W. Parsons. The hospice palliative care philosophy focuses on quality, not quantity. The emphasis is on living comfortably and with dignity. It's not about counting the days, but celebrating the life we've lived and making the most of every moment. I feel this quote is really important. It's so hard for some people when they know that they only have 6 months to live, and when they hear hospice palliative care, they get very anxious. But it really isn't about death. It's about that final time of your life, which you actually can celebrate looking back at all the good years that one has had. And I think that's really important, and that's the whole philosophy of palliative care. 86% of Canadians don't even know about planning for the end of their life. And to me, that is a lot of Canadians. I think it's important to know what's out there for us. If we happen to have 6 months or less to live, what's out there to make us feel very comfortable for those last few months? There are myths about palliative care that I would really like to go through with you. The first myth is that having palliative care is that you're really giving up. And like I said before, that is very far from the truth. It's actually preparing yourself for a better end. And that is so important. It's anxious enough knowing that one is passing, and if we are not in a comfortable position or feeling okay about dying, it can be very, very stressful for us. So palliative care is not meaning, oh, that's it, it's done and we're dying. It means, how are we preparing for that last few months that we have? Myth number 2 is, as a family caregiver, I'm here all by myself on this journey, and that is far from the truth. You have your physician, and they know exactly what's going on with your loved one, and they will help you with even getting you a really good hospice doctor that will work with you and your regular doctor. You have nurses, and they're fantastic because they'll actually walk you through whatever it is that your loved one is going through. You will be educated on that. So there's no mystery for you. You will know exactly what is happening with your loved one. You'll have your social workers, and they're lovely because they will actually talk to you. They will help you with the next step that you need to take. There's a lot of emotion that you're going through as well as your loved one, and so they really are there to help you go through all those emotions that you're going through. You'll have a spiritual case advisor. So whatever religion your loved one is in, they'll bring in a spiritual leader to help you through, and them, whatever emotion that they're going through and whatever they need as far as spirituality is concerned. Myth number 3, you can't keep your own doctor. This is very much a myth. So a hospice doctor will work very closely with your doctor, and they will make a plan as to what is going on at that moment. So you will always have your regular doctor. It's just the hospice doctor is more hands-on and knows more about the end of life issues that are going to be coming up, but they will communicate to your regular doctor. Myth number 4, hospice care is only available in hospitals. That is a myth, because hospice care can be anywhere. It can be in your home. It can be actually in a hospice palliative care center, like St. John's, they have one, which is beautiful. It can be in an assisted living care, if that's where you'd like to be, or it can be in the hospital. So it can be wherever you want it to be. Myth number 5, receiving hospice care means that it's end of life, that any day now you're going to die. Usually hospice care relates to anyone that has a disease that they know that the longevity of your life might be 6 months or under, and that's when we use hospice palliative care. But like I said in the quote, it doesn't mean that it's the end of life. What it means is, what is the quality of that end of life? It's not being able to prolong you, oh, you're going to live 6 months and that's the longevity of your life. It's like, what kind of quality is going to be given to you at those last 6 months? When you know you have a disease and it's taking your life away, you really want to be surrounded by those who care and understand what you're going through. So hospice palliative care is more about that than about your death. Myth number 6, we shouldn't tell mom or dad that they're dying. It is so important to be honest with your loved ones. They need to know. They need to prepare themselves for the end. And not telling them is just, I think, very cruel because they need to be able to say what they want for their end of life. Do they want to stay home? Do they want to have a nurse come into their home? Do they want to be in a hospital surrounding? Like, what do they want for the last few months of their lives? So it's very important to have that communication with them so that they understand what's going on. That's why it's so important to do advanced care planning, because as you can see, hospice palliative care is very emotional. You can't prepare things when you're in an emotional state. It's things that should be done prior to anything happening for the end of life. You know, we all know that we're going to go. So this advanced care planning can be for anything. It can be for, you know, you're 110 years old and you know that your end is near, but you need to have that care. What does that look like? So please take that time while all the family members are around and you're able to have that conversation. How do you want to see the end of your life? What are the things that you want in place? If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call us at Home Instead, because we will definitely walk you through this. And also we have the booklet, Hospice Palliative Care. You can download it and there's really great information in here on how to do that advanced planning. End of life is something that you have to prepare for. And how do you want your end of life to be? Thank you.